Good afternoon, everybody. Gabriel here, and today I'm going to show you how to download and install your Dolphin Emulator. Now, first things first, I know there's tons and tons of tutorials out there on how to do this, but I just felt they were too long, just too tedious. It was just a giant time waster, and I decided to make my own. I want to make this as quick as possible, so if I kind of go fast, sorry. But, well, let's get into this. First things first, you want to click on the first link in the description, which will take you to the Dolphin Emulator download page. Now, at the point of making this video, the latest Dolphin version is 5.0. So, when you're watching this, it might be higher. I'm not sure, but if it's still the same, well, this is how you do it. So you want to go ahead and click on your operating system. So if you have a Mac, go ahead and download the Mac version. If you have a Windows, and in my case, I'm going to download the Windows x64. Now, if you don't know the difference between like x64 and x86, this is just 32-bit and then 64-bit. So you want to go ahead and click this. You want to hit save file, and you're going to wait for it to download really quickly, of course. Once it's done downloading, you want to just go ahead and open it. Hit yes to this prompt that pops up. It's going to say user account control. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your PC? Yes. I want to go ahead and hit yes. Now this is going to pop up. You want to go through this giant installation. It shouldn't take that long. Just say I agree. Go to your directories, find wherever you're going to install this. And that's it. So once you're done with that, let me close this out. I'm not getting it because I already downloaded it. So once it's all installed, you want to go ahead and go to your Dolphin download location, like wherever you downloaded it, the directory. And in my case, it's going to be in my C drive program files and then Dolphin. So before you open the actual dolphin.exe, you want to go ahead and right click it. You want to hit the properties, and then you want to go to this tab right here. And you want to check off run this program as an administrator. Now what this is going to allow is basically it's gonna make the program work. If it's not an administrator, you're gonna have tons and tons of problems. So you wanna go ahead and check this off, run as an administrator, apply, and then hit OK. Now once you're done with that, you can go ahead and open it, our Dolphin Emulator. Just go ahead and double click it. Then again, just hit yes. And here we go. Now yours may look a little bit different from mine, depending on version, and also you won't have games right here. But I'll show you where you get games and stuff, but it's gotta be games you own, like backups or something. You can't just go get a game right now. So first things first, you wanna go and hit on your config. Now basically I'm gonna show you guys all my settings, and you guys, I recommend you copy them because it's best for like not a high-end, low-end, kind of a like decent PC. If you have a low-end PC, it should work. Just, my settings are minimal. You don't need a highly beefy computer to run this. So, yeah. So on your general, just make sure it looks exactly like this. We don't really have to edit anything here. I mean, you could enable cheats once you get the hang of the emulator and stuff. So, interface, you can leave that on its own. Audio. Now, something I recommend for the audio, like, as soon as you get a game or something, and you never mess with the audio tab, it's gonna sound all funky. So I recommend you have it like this. So you wanna hit check off the Dolby Pro Logic 2 decoder, and you wanna get open AL and your latency too. Make sure the top one fast is checked off. Then this is just your GameCube and your Wii options. We can leave that all the same. Now for your paths, basically this is where you select what folder all your ROMs are in. So for example, my ROMs are, let me go to my desktop, my ROMs folder, Dolphin games, bam, here we go. Here are my ROMs. For example, I got my Godzilla, this is Super Mario Brothers, Capcom, all that stuff. And so basically you want to go back into your config, paths, and you want to hit add. And when you hit add, you just go and find the directory where all your games are. And like I said, in my case, mine's on the desktop, ROMs, Dolphin games, and then you hit select folder. So once you do that, your game should load in. Once you have games in there actually, and once they're loaded in, it's gonna look like this. Like, it's not gonna be blank anymore. Now, you don't just go ahead and start it up, because you still gotta fix your controls and your graphics and shit before you start fucking shit up, because you don't wanna, like, you can mess with it, but you just gotta be careful. So if you go to your graphics, you wanna go ahead and select whichever one you wanna use. In my case, I like the Direct 3D 11, but for lower end PCs, I say use OpenGL, and for higher end, Direct 3D 12. Then just choose your graphics card. You want to keep your full screen resolution, auto, everything auto. Don't use VSync because it'll just slow your frames. You could use full screen, but I don't use it because you could always just hit Alt Enter to go full screen. And just fill up this tab, fill it out. And then enhancements. This isn't your resolution, so like this, to make it 1920 by 1080p, it's not gonna look that way. It's your internal resolution, so this is gonna be the resolution in the game, not like the actual window size itself, like it says right here. Now in my case, I just have it as auto, so this is the native state of the game. So whatever the game was running on the Wii, that's what it's gonna be running on your PC. It's just a native state. I mean, you could play in freaking 4K or 5K, which is pretty crazy, because considering that most TVs can't even run 4K. I'd say the highest I'd ever go was 720p, but definitely not 1080. You'll start getting more lag around there. You want to go ahead and check this off, and kind of just copy right here what I have here. And your hacks, this is where like you could start ticking shit, like you can start messing with it, keep opening your games, looking how they look, and then check things off and on. Just, this one depends on you. I'd rather just leave mine default and leave it like that. So if we go into our advanced, I have nothing checked off here, because it's just stuff you can mess around with to make your games look really, really good. Better than they did on their normal systems. So make sure everything's like that. And we're done with the graphics tab. Sweet. So into our controls. Now, this is where things get a little crazy, because of course, a Wii remote, and for most games on the Wii, you require a nunchuck, so it's gonna be difficult. But in that case, what I did was, for example, you could use any controller on this, Xbox One, PS4, PS3, as long as you have the right programs to emulate the 360 controller into the Dolphin Emulator. For example, I use DS4 for my PS4 controllers, and it makes my system think I'm using an Xbox One remote. And these are my settings for it. This is where you just match your buttons. For example, if we're to go to Google, just look at an image of a Wii remote. Here, this is perfect. Let's put this to this side. Oh, shit. I almost dragged my freaking thing in there. Okay, cancel. Drag this to the side. Alright, there we go. For example, there we go. This is where you could view your Wii remote, and then while you're doing that, you could configure your remotes. For example, this is what I did, like emulating the swinging and like the motions of the remote. That's what your swing and tilt and shake would be, and I just used the right stick and the left stick on the PS4 controllers. I left my D-pad as is, and it just kind of matched it. And my nunchuck isn't connected, but for example, if I were to go to Godzilla Unleashed one, here my nunchuck is. So you don't necessarily need the freaking Wii remotes and the nunchuck, but you could actually buy a Wii sensor for your computer and like these Wii remotes, and you could basically not have to pair them. You could just play normally if it were a Wii, but if you want to use like a PS4 controller, I'd recommend doing these settings. So that's it there. Same with the GameCube controllers. You just want to look up an image, kind of match what you're looking for. Once you do that, you'll be good. And that should be it. That's it, guys. I know it kind of sucked at this tutorial. I haven't done one in a while, but that's it. There's nothing else to it. And the place to get your games is you want to go to Romulation. They're super good here. Like, not even lying. This is the best site for your Wii games. Like, they got a shit ton of stuff here. Signing up is for free. You can just sign up, you're good. And then download all the games you want. So, yeah. I mean, there we go. Just make sure you get your backups. Don't get games you don't already own, because of course that would be illegal. And anyways, that's it, guys. And just to show you that the game works, let me run my Super Mario game, the new Super Mario Wii. And here we go, everything loads in. I don't actually have my remote connected right now, but you see, it's emulating the Wii perfectly. There's no problems at all. Everything's working perfect. Freaking 60 frames a second. Oh, 100%. Everything's great right now. And everything should be working. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Leave a like if you like this video. Subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.